Welcome to the Let's Talk BS podcast. I'm Bryan.
And I'm Sofia, and we're coming to you live from the
757, where we discuss real estate,
culture, and current events.
Hey, good morning, Sofia.
Hey, good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good.
2025.
I made it to 2025.
Yeah, we did. What Soulja Boy say? We made it, right?
We made it. We both here. So we both obviously made it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's good. Yeah, it's crazy. I was sitting there, I forget what I was watching, but I kind of heard it in passing. I think it was the TV. And they said that we're officially a quarter of the into the millennium, which is wild when you think about it like that. When it puts like, I remember when, it was 2K, Y2K and all that. It seemed like it was, it seemed like it was a while ago, but like you think about it, 25 years ago though.
I know.
That's a long time, man.
I know.
A long time ago.
It will be official this May. I would have graduated from high school 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I graduated in 2005.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. I'm in a group chat on Facebook, and they're trying to figure out like what to do for the 20-year reunion. It is funny because everybody's like tossing ideas out, and a lot of people have like moved, and a lot of people some people are still here, some people in different places or whatnot. So they've kind of had like a lot of these like voting things recently of trying to figure it out, where to have it, and who's also going to attend and all that or whatever. So
yeah,
that's cool.
I saw some chatter online about mines, but I may or may not go. We'll see.
Okay.
Traveling to go to a high school reunion is a bit much, but we'll see.
Yeah, I always like to go to those things, man. Just for the connections made. I know.
Yeah, but would you travel to go? Like
I probably would.
You're right here. It's very convenient for you. But
yeah, I probably would, because I look at it just from the standpoint of, like I said, anytime I can go into a room of people that I at least have a little bit of familiarity with, and everybody's kind of doing their own thing. Maybe I make a connection that could kind of further my journey on what I got going on. You know what I mean? So it's always good to go back home as well, So that's cool.
Okay. Yeah. So what did you do for, it's been a minute. So what did you do for Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas, we had Christmas at our house this year because we're the only ones with the kids and the family. So we had a lot of people over, grandparents, nieces, nephews. I had cousins come up from North Carolina. Some friends came by as well. So it was a little over like 20 people at the crib, man. So it was a lot of people at the house. So I cooked on the grill, made a big brisket, and then pretty much told everybody, hey, y'all got to bring a little something as well. So a lot of people brought like just different sides and things of that nature and desserts. So it was cool. Like I said, Christmas was really good. Kids got a lot of things. Played a little golf as well during Christmas. Oddly enough, I think Christmas Eve, the weather was pretty warm. So I took Niall out there and played with him, and I played with a couple buddies as well right after Christmas. But yeah, Christmas was really, really cool. I'm trying to think, what else did I do? Just kind of like a lot of little like running around with the kids. Like after Christmas, we got, they got some gift cards and things. So we went out and shopping and, spent some of the money they got on the gift cards. It's funny, we went out to eat, and Niall, my son, he's been saving up a lot of money. And so he actually paid for us for food, which was pretty cool because he like took pride in that. So I'm like, I'm raising him right. You know what I mean? I feel like he's going to one day, obviously take care of a young lady, and, he knows to, hey, as a gentleman, that's, the gentleman thing to do. So, it was pretty cool doing that. And then what else? New Year's obviously was just a couple days ago. Yesterday? New Year's Day was yesterday. New Year's Eve was 2 days ago. So New Year's, we didn't do very much. I played golf again with Niall on New Year's Eve because the weather was great. It was like darn near 70 degrees that day. It was really, really warm. So we played golf, and then this kind of started to clean up around the house because we had everybody at the house. We had trash bags upon trash bags of just, food, old food in the refrigerator. Just stuff all over the counters, stuff, styrofoam all over the place, toys everywhere, games and stuff. So we kind of started to clean that up a little bit. This weekend, we're going to probably really try to get in and get that stuff clean because it's still everywhere. We just stayed up, did like the ball drop normal thing. Brooke and I had champagne, and the kids had like that apple cider, sparkling cider, or whatever you call it, juice. And then that's pretty much it for real. Watch a whole bunch of movies on Netflix and shows. I feel like I was able to catch up on a good amount of those things. I'm almost finished with Squid Games. I was watching that last night.
I can't watch that.
You can't watch it?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it is pretty gory. I mean, it's something that you kind of have to like have a
If
stomach
I
for.
watch it, like I can listen to it. It's almost like the old school way of doing things. Remember how back in the day you would listen to a game on the radio and you imagine what's going on? So like when my oldest was watching it, I was in the room, but I couldn't just sit there and watch it. Like every now and again I might look up at it, but to just sit there and like, especially a part when they all had to kill each other.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. I couldn't even imagine no stuff like that. And it was just like this big shootout. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, I mean, shoot, a lot of people. I mean, I think it broke. I seen the other day it broke Netflix record again. I think the first time it came out, it had broke Netflix record for the amount of people viewing it, and then this past time, I think it did even more than that. I seen it. They mentioned it or whatever. So it seemed like a lot of people are like it. I mean, I do feel like you got to have a stomach for it a little bit to be able to get through a lot of those, those shooting scenes and things of that nature, but it's fascinating to me. I mean, I kind of like watching it and just seeing, how they maneuver through the whole process and, try to see who ended up winning the whole game. And I thought it was pretty cool, the concept they did. I think it was last year, the year before, where they had like real people actually do it. It was like really, they weren't killing anybody. They weren't like shooting people. It was like just actual games, and people like who got eliminated, they just kind of like left the game or whatever. I thought that was pretty cool. Did you ever see that one at all or nah? Yeah, I think that's probably something that you probably would be able to get into because it doesn't have any of that gory stuff, but it has like the exact same type of concept. And so you just got like real people trying to figure it out, almost like a big American Gladiator type of situation. You got people that's trying to compete and trying to get through the whole process. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Nah. I did get into 688. That was really good.
Yeah, I heard. I haven't seen that yet. I'm gonna check that out here soon, probably this weekend.
Yeah, that was really good. Nice. I saw Carry On. That was really good.
Yeah, I saw that.
Real
that
nice
good.
thriller Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I watched some of my traditional movies. I watched some of the Hallmark Christmas movies. But on Christmas, well, actually, it started that Monday. So for anybody who didn't know, because I really didn't market this or put this on the podcast, but my husband had been deployed for what, 8 months, 7 months, 8 months, something like that. So he came home that Monday.
Well, that's what's up.
And then Christmas Eve was Tuesday? Yeah, Christmas Eve was Tuesday. We went to my friend Christina's house. She had like this big gathering, and we played games and stuff. And then the cool thing that we did is everybody who came, we all bought something to give to the homeless. And so I bought socks, I bought like 30 pair of socks. And so another person bought lotion and, deodorant and all these different things. And then the kids, we spread everything out on these tables, and the kids basically got these bags and they made ready bags for the homeless.
Oh, sweet.
So we did that on Christmas Eve. We ate, we had fun or whatever. Then we came home, and that next morning, because I'm a person that puts gifts out the night before as if Santa Claus dropped them off. It's always been my thing since my oldest was young. So I obviously had to put all that stuff out the night before. And then Christmas morning, woke up, and all day was just toys. Can you help me with this? Can you do that?
Yeah.
Can you set this up?
Oh yeah.
Did that. And then me and the kids went to go see Mufasa. I took my oldest thrifting because she wanted to go thrifting. We went to see Sonic. That was another movie we went to go see, which was really good. So if you haven't seen Sonic, it was actually really nice.
Brooke and Sloan, they went and seen it on New Year's Eve. Yeah, me and Nam play golf. They went to go check it out. They said it was really good.
It was really good. Yeah. Like, and Mufasa, it was okay. I liked knowing what happened, why Scar and Mufasa didn't get along. So they told the story about what happened. So that was pretty cool. Because I got tired of the regular Lion King coming out. I was like, man, y'all ain't changed nothing. So it was nice to see that we know now why they argued for so many years. Then leading up into New Year's at the last minute, I decided to have a gathering at my house. And it was like, it was well over 20 people there. But we just played games. The kids played games. We played Uno. We played Taboo. We did karaoke. We did all these different things. So it was really nice. What else did we do? Man, I don't even know. Like, so I feel like this past 2 weeks has been a blur. It's just constant doing something after another. Meanwhile, the month of December, I completed my 80-mile challenge. I walked and ran 80 miles for the whole month of December. So while all this stuff was going on, I was still in the gym pretty heavy. So
That's what's up.
I was excited about that.
So which challenge was harder? You had one. I remember you had one in November. You had one in December. Was one that you felt was a little bit more difficult than the other one at all?
So I had a challenge in October, November, and December.
Oh yeah, okay.
But in November, it was just strictly lifting, burning 400 calories per session, working out 4 days a week. To me, that was easy.
Okay.
But in October, I did a 75-mile run challenge or run walk. And between October and December, I would say December was harder, but it wasn't harder because it was an extra 5 miles. It was harder because in December you have so much stuff that you have to do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so you still have to find time to get out there and get your miles in. I remember, right after Christmas, I was like struggling to get out and do what I needed to do because I just was like, oh my God, I just had to plan this, do that, go here, run there, going shopping more often than I ever do.
Yeah.
Buying stuff for not just my kids, but my friends' kids and friends. And we all, doing gift exchanges and all these different things. Like, it's tough when you and then cooking, because I cooked for Christmas. I made a big, almost like Thanksgiving meal. So it was a lot. So I'm glad that I challenged myself that. But in the month of January, my challenge to myself is more diet restrictions. So this month I'm doing dry January, so no alcohol for the whole month, and then no red meat. So that's my challenge for January. Along with doing my normal exercises, which is going to the gym at least 4 days out of the week.
Cool.
Yep. So as we get closer to the summer, I'll be ready. I'm gonna have a summer body.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much what I did for the past 2 weeks. It's been nice.
Cool.
It's been fun.
Cool. Yeah. I was gonna say, I love this time of the year, man. Christmas and Thanksgiving, and my birthday's always sprinkled in the middle between those things. Man, I love just finishing out the year with family. Having fun, kind of reflecting on the year before. Kind of recharging, resetting your mind for, some goals you have for the upcoming year. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited about 2025. I think it's going to be a great year again. How did you feel was 2024 for you? Was you, like, when you look back on, how the year was it successful? Did you feel like you did what you had set out to do, or what was your thoughts on the year as a whole?
I would say 2024 was a tough year for me. It was a lot of challenges in 2024. Okay. Definitely looking to make some major changes this year. Okay. So I'm definitely it's gonna be some shockers that's gonna come out.
Okay.
This year. Let's see. I'm hoping that 2025 brings what 2024 didn't.
Okay. All right.
But speaking of 2025, my daughter's birthday is in a few days, so I'm still in celebration mode.
Oh, yeah.
I am still having to plan things. So I'm ready for January to be over, to be honest with you.
Got you.
Well, actually, March. I'm ready for January and February because I got my daughter's birthday, my husband's birthday, and my son's birthday all back to back to back.
Yeah,
that's
tough.
Crazy.
That's tough. Yeah.
It's a lot. I'm over it. Let's just say that. Yeah. I'm over birthdays and holidays now. I had my fun. Now it's time to wrap this up.
I feel you on that.
But outside of that, I mean, I know that these past couple of weeks, mortgage really hasn't been a hot topic, right? Because holidays kind of took over. But do you have anything that recently happened that you want to speak on? I don't really have anything.
I mean, like you said, I mean, there wasn't really much that happened, at least that I saw, that was,
Hmm.
worthy of sharing,
And this
mortgage real
holiday, it
estate
was like
wise.
funky. It was like Christmas was in the middle of the week, and then it was like a lot of like, oh, we're closing early. Oh, we were off this day. Okay, we're open back up, but it's Friday, so we closing down early. It was just a lot of
Mm,
that going on these past couple weeks.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think. There's nothing that really stuck out to my brain as far as like mortgage or real estate related that came out. Um, I got personally, I have a house that I'm building right now that I'm excited because we're probably gonna end up listing it in the next maybe 2 to 3 weeks. And it's a new construction home that I'm building in the actual probably like 3 miles away from where I used to live.
Hmm.
So it's pretty cool. I kind of since I've been like tracking back and forth over there, checking on the progress. I drove past. I took the family to go check the house out during the holidays because they hadn't seen it really since we started getting off the ground with it. So they were able to kind of see the progress on it, and it's funny because my kids they know like what we do, so it's just the conversations and the questions that they ask as far as just the building of the houses and all that or whatever is pretty cool. But I was able to show them again, which we've shown them before, but I guess they're a little older now, so I feel like things stick, even though we may have done things beforehand, maybe a year or two ago. I feel like they stick with the kids now because of their age and where they are now. Was able to show them like where we used to live. My daughter never actually lived there, but my son he did, so we was able to kind of show them that because it's not too far from there. So that was pretty cool. I'm looking at another particular property as well that that was sent to me over the holidays. I'm kind of just running my due diligence on it right now. And like you mentioned, with the city being closed and different things of that nature, I really haven't been able to get the questions answered that I needed to be able to see if it's something I want to move forward with.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, real estate mortgage wise, I mean, I know towards the end of the week, last week, right after Christmas, we had a pretty good day or two when it comes to rates. I mean, rates did get a little bit lower. I locked the loan in, a VA loan, where the rates had dropped because I've been kind of watching it with this particular buyer. So it had dropped a little over a quarter of a point. So I mean, that's good news. Um, Lately, I've been doing a lot of option trading.
Hmm.
So that's been pretty cool to do. One of my buddies kind of showed me how to do it a couple months ago. And so every day from like 9:30 to 10 o'clock, I kind of go in and and trade options, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it's something that takes time to really, I guess, learn. I'm still in the process of learning all the different nuances when it comes to it, but we typically trade on Tesla, and then we'll also trade like AMD or Apple because they have a lot of volatility on those stocks. And so
What's AMD?
it's what is it? It's like these chips, these electronic chips
Hmm.
that it's a company that has grown tremendously over the last like 4 or 5 years. I can't remember what the acronym AMD stands for, but I know that's what they do. But
Okay.
a lot of the different things that electronics, like computers and things that a lot of people have to use those like chips for to kind of get it, to have it work. They supply a lot of that for them. But yeah, I've been able to get into it and made a couple dollars on this, which has been pretty cool.
Hmm.
It's funny. I finally got paid out for. I was giving the fellas a hard time this year. We had a golf a golf challenge, I guess you could say. Kind of hinting on what you said as far as challenges go, where we played against each other as me and my two other buddies, and we played and kind of kept a tally of who had the best record throughout the year. And so it was funny because I got bragging rights. I was able to win that, and they finally paid me up yesterday on New Year's Day. So that was pretty cool. We were kind of talking crap, and they were saying that this year they're gonna win and all that. And I was like, nah. And I was joking them about my son beating them, So it was just it was funny. But I really kind of feel like my son is on the trajectory to probably be able to get them here in the next couple of years because my son he's gotten a lot better, man, and I'm looking forward to his journey and when it comes to golf because that's something I'm already starting to see that twinkle in his eye when it comes to it. Kind of similar to what I had for football when I was a kid.
Hmm.
So I'm excited about that. But let me think, mortgage, real estate wise, that's pretty much it that I've seen. Nothing really, like I said, changing. Obviously we have the new administration that's getting ready to come in. The inauguration is going to be coming up here very soon. So I'm eager to see how that, impacts the market. I'm pretty sure it will positively or negatively. We'll see. But I do think we'll see a lot of change, this first quarter, when it comes to, our industry. So I'm just excited to see what it does.
Yes, a lot of things happening since our president has been elected into office.
Yeah.
Our upcoming president.
Yeah.
I guess you could say. It's sad to say, but did you see the news? What was it, yesterday or the day before? Two things happened. So one was there was a Tesla truck, Cybertruck, that blew up in front of a Trump hotel.
Yeah.
And as you all know,
it was in Vegas, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
As you all know, Trump and Elon are pretty close.
Yeah.
So what is the irony of a Tesla owned by Elon blowing up in front of a Trump hotel?
Oh yeah.
I saw that and I was like, what is going on? Like, what's the irony of that? Why couldn't it be a Best Western or
Western?
Yeah,
I don't think the statement would have been made as much,
right?
It being a Best Western.
And then another thing that happened was New Orleans. So there was a guy who ran a truck into a crowd of people, killing 10 to 15 people.
Yeah, I think I saw last number I saw was 15.
Yeah, in New Orleans,
killing 15 and injuring it was 30.
Yeah, 35, something like that. Yep. And so, did you see the video of him prior to his mugshot? So I saw.
I didn't see that.
So he was like a human he was a former Army veteran.
Okay.
U.S. born, but he's I think from Iran or something like that. He wasn't Black American, but he was definitely Black.
Okay. So it's like a terrorist type of situation. It
That's what it sounds like. Damn. He had an ISIS flag on the back of the truck. But looking at this video, he did some type of video where he kind of talked like how we're talking into the podcast. He was talking about human resources because he worked in human resources and he was a real estate agent.
Wow.
And he spoke very well. I mean, it was shocking to see that, but man, the loss of the family members who were a part of that, because I mean, a lot of the people who were out there were younger. I saw a 18-year-old woman out there who was a part of the victims. There was this 28-year-old football player. There was this 38-year-old guy who was there. And I mean, 38 that's our age for the most part, so I consider myself young. I don't know about you. And then, let me see. There was there was another one. So I think they've identified seven of the 15 people so far. They're still trying to figure out. They have a number where you can call to try and help identify who these people are.
Damn, that's crazy. I got one of my I was talking to my buddy Sherm this morning because he's from Louisiana, and so he actually has some of his friends and family members who were out there because that's what they typically do. Every New Year's they'll go down to Bourbon Street and bring in the New Year there. And so he said that a couple of folks that he know was right there, where it happened at. So he was they were still pretty shaken up, by the whole situation. So yeah, I'm definitely sad to hear about it. I hadn't seen it. I kind of caught a little information about it, but last I heard they hadn't even caught the guy yet. Or have they caught the guy?
Oh, he died.
Oh, he died.
They killed him.
Oh, they killed him. They ended up catching him. Okay, killed him. Okay.
Well, they didn't. I think he died at the scene. So I think it was a situation where he was shooting at the police and then they shot him down.
Oh, okay.
Right then and there. So I don't think it was.
Because at first I remember I heard they said that, I guess, that they hadn't found him yet or something, right when it happened. So I was like, dang, how does someone in a truck get away in that type of situation with all the people around? How, I guess it's kind of, maybe they could get away, blend in with people, but then I'm thinking you ran your truck into all them people, somebody got to see something, and try to do something. But I'm glad to hear, I guess, that, I guess he's no longer here, unfortunately. I mean, that's, I hate to hear when people do stuff like that, take matters into their hands and kill people like that, man. That's just crazy. Especially when people out in big crowds like that, when they're just out there trying to have a good time. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Not hurting anybody. And then last night there was a mass shooting in New York where 10 people were shot outside of what was it, the Bronx, or was it the Bronx? One of the New York City's nightclub. Right after.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Starting the year off just like that. Isn't that crazy, man?
Just like that.
Crazy.
Yeah. Makes you not want to go nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm glad I had that gathering at my house, right?
Yeah.
I didn't go nowhere. I made it home. I was
Yeah.
there. I was at home.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
it definitely makes you not want to do anything because I mean, it's tough. It
Yeah.
definitely is tough. It's tough. So usually I have like all the details. My phone died today. Look, I'm so disorganized. I had some car. I had to get my truck serviced, and so typically I'll have my charger in my car, and I can charge my phone if just in case I fall asleep without charging it. And this morning I have nothing, so I'm sitting over here on 2%.
Yeah. See, I seen one of the things you sent me. It says all children born starting January 1st, 2025 will be part of the new generation Gen Beta.
Beta.
I'm sorry, Beta. That's pretty cool, man. So we got a new generation
New
that's now started.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what's crazy? So out of everything that's happened these couple days, I have barely heard anything about newborns. Like, you know how usually on the first of the year, that next morning, they always talk about, oh, this was the first baby born starting, you know.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything about that?
Nah,
Nothing.
Nah.
Nothing. It's been too much other stuff in the news.
Yeah, that's true.
That's kind of
clouded up.
Yeah.
You know, those conversations and that.
I don't even know look, we don't even know who was born.
Yeah.
Who was the first baby born in 2025? The first Gen Beta.
Yeah. That's funny. Gen Beta. That's crazy. New generation.
New generation.
Yeah, I see. Says Donald Trump loses appeal in sexual abuse case, ordered to pay victim $5 million.
What?
Yeah, that's
our president.
Yeah, that is. That is our president. That is exactly right. Or soon to be president.
Soon to be. So,
yeah.
Okay, we were having this discussion at my house this past weekend, and I didn't look this up, but from my understanding, if you're a felon, you can't travel abroad, right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So our president is currently a felon, right?
Yeah.
How is he going to be able to travel?
Well, we know the answer to that. It's called privilege.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're right.
That's what it is. I mean, there's no point of sugarcoating it. You know what I mean? You know, there's certain people that are above the law, you know, in certain positions, and that's one of them. So, I mean, it's just the reality of the world that we live in, you know.
Now, what I did hear was that Canada is not going to allow him to ever step foot in their country because they're sticking to their guns when they say no felon is allowed in their country.
Gotcha.
So I'm curious to see how that's going to play out.
Yeah, pretty sure we'll probably hear something negative from him about Canada. You know, that's typically how it goes. Anybody who's against them, they get the wrath.
Yeah.
You know? So we'll see. I seen switch it up a little bit. I seen my guy Anderson .Paak. I seen him
dating Mariah
Carey. Yeah, that came out I think over the holidays as well. It's funny. They were in Aspen, Colorado, which, you know, that's where I actually ran into him at when we were out there for Brooke's birthday. We were not in Aspen, we were in Colorado in Denver. And, you know, the news came out as far as, you know, I guess they were leaving a restaurant and they had like the paparazzi taking pictures and everything of them. You know, I think they were there for, it was somebody got married or something. It was something going on out there. And that was like the first time spotted out in public together. So
how old is he?
He's same age as us. The Anderson's probably 36, 37.
She love her a young man.
Yeah.
A young black man.
They say how Stella got a groove back, right?
What?
You know what I mean?
He was smiling from ear to ear.
But that's why I think when we were talking on the podcast, I think you didn't really know what he looked like at the time, but I was explaining like when we had noticed him in the hotel, like he has a distinctive smile. So when you see like, if you know how sometimes you try to figure out if you know somebody, if you've seen somebody, like his smile is just different. You know what I mean? So yeah, he was smiling like that smile like he has, you know what I mean?
I was looking at this post and it talked about Anderson .Paak and it talked about Nelly and how they got this smile. They said you could see all 28 teeth when they smile. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Because it goes so far back.
Yeah, it do. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
I saw Ashanti and Nelly, they posted a video and they look so cute together. They really do. They look so happy. I was like, aw. Yeah,
I seen it was pretty cool. I kind of got some ideas. I don't even know if you've seen this. I seen LeBron because he turned 40. His birthday is like, I think it's 2 days after Christmas. but he had his 40th birthday party, and it was pretty cool. Him and his wife, they were dancing. See, look. I just thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. Like, this is how in a moment, like them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They you could tell they best friends. So, you know, some people they don't have that kind of vibe like that.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. So that was.
It's always cool. One person that's got it and one that don't. But when you see when they both got that energy, it's definitely amazing.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. You know, I'm a big LeBron James fan, and
I saw that his baby boy.
Yeah, that's committed to Arizona. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's gonna play ball there. Yeah,
and so somebody was telling me that the baby boy is actually
he's better than Bronny. Yeah, he's better than Bronny. He's taller than Bronny, and he's better than Bronny.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Wow. But Bronny got the more of the attention because he's the firstborn. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's a junior.
And he's able to play with his pops.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. You know, seeing that. I'm gonna try to probably this year because I haven't seen LeBron play, and so I'm gonna probably try to check a game out this year. I got to see when they're gonna be on the East Coast, maybe like in Charlotte or Boston or somewhere in New York or Philly and see where they play. Because I haven't seen LeBron play. I want to take my son so he can see him. You know what I mean? And I can see him as well.
Yeah,
you know?
I've seen him play actually quite a few times.
Yeah, down in Miami, we were saying.
Yeah, when I lived in Miami, I lived like a couple blocks from the Miami Heat Arena in that metro downtown area. So, just being down there, like, you know, you get to know people. It's just like here, you network and.
Oh yeah.
I used to get tickets to football games, basketball games, baseball games all the time. I had a friend who worked for the Heat. She had a friend who worked for the at the time the Hard Rock. So it was nothing to go to a game, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
And it was fun. And I prefer going through during the playoffs. That was like the best time to go.
For sure.
And if you've ever been to, I don't know about all the arenas, but like the Miami Heat Arena for specifically, they have a club inside. So during the game, and I always had tickets like in the 100 section. So like I had pretty much access to the floor. So not everybody can walk down to the floor and walk behind the players to go to this club. But anyway, so during the game, obviously you would sit in your seat and you would watch the game. Yeah. But then at halftime, you would go to this club. And when you walked in this area, it was like you were in a nightclub. You couldn't see no light. It was dark, just like if you were out on the beach. And it used to be weird because you'll be in there for whatever the time frame is for halftime. I think it's like, 30 minutes or something like that when in person?
Like 20, it's like 20 minutes. I think it's 20 minutes for halftime. Yeah.
So you would go and you'll be in there for 20 minutes, right? Partying, it's loud music, it's drinks, it's club style, like sections and stuff, right? You'll be in there for that little bit of time, and then they would be like, game's coming back on. And then you walk out, and all of a sudden it's like bright. And you're like, oh, shoot, I thought it was nighttime.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so it's really cool. I love going to live games. Now, watching games on TV is not my favorite thing to do, but going in person is definitely pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, one-person games it's always been a thing I've always liked to do. I've been to countless games over the years. I'm gonna probably do something I'm gonna do for the first time because a couple months ago we went up to New York and I took my son to see a hockey game, which was really fun. That was the first time I've ever done that. But this spring there's a big golf tournament down in Charlotte. I think it's in like April or May, and so I'm gonna take him down there so he can see some of his favorite pros that are golfers play as well. I remember as a kid just kind of seeing those things, how that made me, want to get to that level, what I mean? So sometimes your exposure just kind of, puts you in that mindset of, you can do it, what I mean? So I'm excited for that as well. But shoot, I'm trying to think what else has been going on?
It's tough, man.
Yeah. I mean,
the news has been
yeah.
So, horrific. Like, it's just sad. Yeah. Really, it's no positive right now. Obviously, when it comes to the news, typically there is no positivity for the most part. It's usually all negative. So I feel like that's kind of what's been played out these past couple weeks outside of, just the regular holiday spirit of being happy. Yeah. But in the news, it's been a lot.
something locally that was pretty cool. I was checking them out. Oscar Smith football. They won the state championship.
Oh
The
yeah, they
football.
did.
So that was pretty cool. One of my buddies, his son plays there. So that was pretty dope. He's a senior. So that was pretty
Speaking
cool.
of that, there was a girl who played basketball in Atlanta over the holidays. I think it was a Christmas Day or day after Christmas, or maybe even the day before Christmas. One of those 3 days where she was so good that I think that she was getting recognized for her what she could do on the court.
Mm-hmm.
And she got gunned down.
For real?
In Atlanta.
She was high school, you're saying?
Yep, high school.
Damn.
And she wasn't even at home. She was at her friend's house outside.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. So that hit the news, and that was really sad. Like, because I have a high schooler, so I was like, man, I hope that never happens to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough, man. It's tough to hear stuff like that.
Yeah. And then also, wasn't it like recently, like a private school where something happened bad at the private school in the past few weeks?
Private school? What school?
Dang, don't get me. It was something that happened at, I think it was like a shooting or something at a private school where the
You said local?
The high schooler shot a teacher and another student, and it was a K through 12 private school.
It's elementary.
It was K through 12. Yeah, because it was
It
private.
was locally? You said locally here?
I don't think it was local.
Okay.
I can't remember what city, but yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, it is tough. It is tough. Yeah. But I think that this podcast is going to be a little short, right?
It's going to be one of our shorter ones for the year. Yeah, it's going to be one of the shorter ones for the year for sure, man. We'll have a lot more, I'm assuming, information between now. I know we got a lot more that's coming up top of this year. I mentioned the inauguration. That'll happen here before we record again.
Obviously, we'll see a fluctuation in the rates here soon, as we get closer to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so.
You got any goals this year? I mean, we can finish it out with that. You got anything? I know you said there's going to be, you said some changes, shockwaves or something I think you mentioned earlier for the year. Did you have like any, I guess,
specific goals? Nah, I don't
really
have anything.
Okay.
Not that I'm going to share on air.
Okay.
What, do you have any?
Yeah, I always try to have some goals for myself. So goals wise, I guess professionally, I want to grow the team that we have.
Yep.
So I want to have, more folks. I've had a couple people reach out to me, kind of wanting to explore that. So,
nice.
Definitely want to look at maybe growing the squad this year. Then I want to get a couple more rental property too.
Okay.
Trying to retire in the next, 7 years. So that's been my focus this year this coming year is going to be more so, making sure that happens. I know a lot of times life happens and people kind of get loose focus of, what that looks like for them. So I'm going to try to make sure that I put myself in a position where that happens. So I kind of got like a 5-year plan to make sure that happens.
Yep.
And then let's see, just family wise, man, my sister's getting married here in 2 weeks.
That's exciting.
So I'm excited for that. I know she's got a lot of plans. We've kind of talked about it. We got a little special dance that we're going to do for her wedding. So I'm excited about that. She came over and we practiced it a little bit. So, just kind of helping her and position her because she's kind of reached out to me asking a lot of questions about different things and trying to set her and herself up now that she's going to, start having her family.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely looking forward to that and helping her out in that way.
Nice.
And then for my personal family, just really spending a lot of time with them as I've been trying to do, being more intentional on that. Just having that time, being present when I talk to them. I always got things on my mind as far as work and life. So just really trying to be present with the family. So that's what I got going. That's my goal. So it's nothing really,
good goals.
Yeah, nothing really specific in the sense of like numbers or anything, but just more so just continue the trajectory of what I said I wanted to do.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we definitely thank you guys for listening to our podcast. You can follow me at I am Sofia KB. You can follow the podcast on all platforms at Let's Talk BSPD.
Yep. You can follow me on social media, Bryan_Royster. So BRYAN_Royster. And that's on Instagram. And then Facebook is just Bryan Royster. Same thing.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.